Hey guys, so I'm back again. Being that I did do a video on things to know before you go to China, and I went to China and South Korea. Why not do one on things to know before we went to South Korea? Now my first thing would be to learn basic Korean. Now, honestly, Korean is really not hard to learn, and you only need like the basic phrases like hello, thank you, possibly how are you. And I do recommend speaking formally. In all cases, it would just make life much easier for you, whether or not it's a friend. Just keep it formal so that no matter who you encounter, you're speaking politely regardless. And if you're not able to like remember the basics stuff, just have stuff written down. Let's say your locations. I do recommend this. Every place you plan on going to, have those written down in Korean, as well as the address written out Korean style. And if you're taking a cab, you could just show it to the cab driver. Or if you're on the street, you could just really ask people and you're showing it to them. That way you won't really have to speak. If you're afraid of not speaking well, you're not comfortable, you could do that. Get pocket Wi-Fi at the airport or wherever else you can get it. Now, even though unlike Beijing, Wi-Fi in Korea is a bit more open, it's really everywhere, but a lot of the times I noticed they were locked. You would have, again, like a few franchises like McDonald's, KFC, what have you. They would have, Wi-Fi available. But then there are certain times you won't have unlocked Wi-Fi. If you have that pocket Wi-Fi, you could use it wherever the hell you want, whenever the hell you want. Great option, and it's really affordable, I believe, even though I didn't get it. So don't listen to what any friend might tell you, like I did. Get that pocket Wi-Fi. I'm telling you, it will save you a lot of problems. Wherever you travel in this world, and they do not use your home currency, just know the conversion rate before you step into that new country. That will help you not to get robbed, and just to know how much money you really want to travel with, have a rough idea of how much you might need, and so on. Now the next thing, public transportation in Korea are a go. Seriously. But I noticed with that, especially with the subway, it's good to have, if it's not a physical map, you have one on your phone, and a lot of the apps won't work without Wi-Fi. So again, you would need that pocket Wi-Fi, for that. That even though some of the subway stations they did have Wi-Fi, again, that's something that's not always accessible. So you don't want to really depend on that. So with how it works, let me see. Okay, let's say you are in New York, and you know that if you're taking a train, you want to go to Manhattan, but you know the direction in which that train should be traveling. So you know that like Manhattan comes before Brooklyn, so you would jump on a train that's going in the direction of Brooklyn. Get me? So unless you're Korean or from a certain area there, you won't really know which trains to jump on without having that map, unless the place you're trying to go to is the final destination. So I hope I explained that well. If not, please let me know and I will try to explain. Maybe if I type it, it will be better. The next thing, food in Korea, I noticed, I would say it's affordable. Granted, guys, of course, if you're going to a more upscale restaurant, you're gonna get upscale prices. But they're homey type restaurants where the prices aren't too high. They're just, again, affordable. Guys, this is broke brown girls. It's affordable. Depending on how long you're traveling for, the season you're traveling, you really don't need to pack a lot for going to Korea. So like myself, it was for 2 weeks, roughly 2 weeks. And guys, I packed a lot. But then again, this also deals with where you're staying. Where I was, there was a washing machine. So like a good 75-80% of the stuff I really did not wear. And then also when it was time for me to come back, you know, I want to buy stuff to put in my suitcase, I really didn't have that much room. So, you know, take into consideration when you're going, how long you're going for, and where you're staying, if there's anything like a washing machine, depending on your size also. Clothes in Korea I find to also be very affordable, but then, you know, they have a much smaller frames normally. So keep that in mind when you're going out trying to get clothes. It might be difficult if you're a more plus size female or male, you know, so keep those in mind. Next thing, bring deodorant. I don't know what, maybe just their bodies. Compared to how it is in America and maybe the rest of the Western world, they don't wear deodorants. Not that I've seen. Like they would shower and then go about their business. I don't even see them lotioning at all. But that's besides the point. Deodorant definitely bring, because if you go in stores for it, it will be a bit pricey and you'll just be like, what the hell? I could have gotten this for $1 in the States. When you're on the subway, you know how they have like the seats for the elderly and disabled? Do not sit in those no matter what. There could be no elderly or disabled persons around you. Don't sit in those seats at all. They will look at you like, so just avoid that. Stand up, you know, exercise, build them muscles, and hope your stop comes soon. I'm not doing any of this in order, clearly. The next thing I would recommend is to know a bit about the culture. Now, as I mentioned before, like speaking polite is really a big thing for them. And when you're speaking, just speak formally. It will save you a lot of problems. When you're meeting people older than you, or just regardless, honestly, even though you don't have to do it with those younger than you, it's good to just give a, you know, a nice little bow. It will look nice. You're a foreigner, you're trying. They won't hold too much against you, but do not be impolite. Foreigners are known to be loud. Specifically, when you're in areas like Itaewon, Hongdae, they get extremely loud. You know, you're drinking, you get loud. But I do notice also that Koreans can be loud themselves, but I guess their level of loudness is different, you know, when it comes to us, or they just feel that we're in their country, we should be more respectful, which I get. But yeah, just try to be not as loud. And a next thing, when it comes to the subways, I feel like I'm jumping all over. Bear with me, guys. When it comes to the subways, I'm in New York and I'm used to things being crowded, but bruh, nothing could have prepared me for the crowds I saw in Korea. I guess because everybody really, but that's New York. A lot of the people, majority of them travel by, you know, public transportation, especially the subway. In Korea, they will bum rush your ass. You better get out of that way fast. Get on that train, because no matter what, they will be getting on it. They will push you out the way. So it's like a moment you gotta fend for yourself. Survival of the fittest. Yup. Prepare for the stairs. How can I prepare for the stairs? Yeah, you gotta prepare for the stairs. Especially if you have your natural hair, you have that out. They're interested, they're gonna come up and want to touch it. I did have a lady, I had a braid one time which she thought was my hair. That's great. And she came and she touched it, and then she also started rubbing my skin. Now, in New York or anywhere else, again in the Western world, we'll be like, what the hell are you doing? But because I had, you know, like prior understanding that, hey, this is something that might happen, and when she was approaching me and doing all that, It was not necessarily out of curiosity, but more so appreciation, because then she started complimenting me, like OD complimenting me on my skin, you know, the texture, the tone, blah, blah, blah. And she also mentioned that, you know, pretty much she just loved dark skin. She just loved everything about it. I think she's probably had 1 or 2 black men in her life. Shh. Let me not say that. She could just really just appreciate it. You know, let me stop being an ass. Another thing which I do recommend you guys pay attention to, there will be a lot of walking. Oh my god. So make sure you have some comfortable shoes, not no heels, because that's really not gonna get you too far. Not really. I've seen a lot of the females wearing heels, and it's to the point where they're struggling, like they're barely making it in the heels. I'm like, why would you do that knowing you're doing a bunch of walking, especially the subways? The amount, it's like you're trying to climb the stairs to go to heaven with how much stairs they have. So guys, comfortable shoes, prepare to walk a lot, burn some calories, it's all right. And their drinking culture is popping for, well, their drinking culture is cool for alcoholics. I got a bit excited, right? So they have a cool drinking culture, which a lot of people would appreciate. And of course, because of such drinking culture, you usually have a lot of drunkards. And I have a great story about that to tell you guys, but I will in another video. If you're interested, please comment down below, you know, first about the video, if you care to do that, or just be like, yo, Sam, tell me about that drunken night. Tell me about that drunkard. Whatever way you want to put it in, and then I'll make a video of that story. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and you can follow us on Twitter at Evolution of BBG, and also on Instagram at BrokeBrownGirls_. Thank you guys for watching. Bye.